Yes,
no reason to be afraid of what people think, right, Heidi?
that's right. Because the people that, well, let me start on a much broader spectrum about judgment, okay? That judgy voice, everybody has that. And it's judging yourself, it's judging other people, and it's judging situations. So you're never, ever, ever, ever going to get around judgment. It's out there. So, what really we're going to be talking about today is when judgment pops up, how does that affect you? And for some people, like I can speak from personal experience, self judgment and then judgment from like my parents or teachers, things like that, especially when it came to my singing, really made a huge difference on some of the choices I decided to make as far as which opportunities I should go after or not. What about you, Francine? Did you experience that growing up too?
I was a people pleaser. So my whole life, besides what would make me happy, what will they think about it? Will that make them happy?
Oh, yeah. And I definitely feel that too. And I even notice it pop up now that I realize that, it's not always a good thing to be a people pleaser. I mean, logically you think, well, yeah, it is because, I want people to like me, I want to help people. What could be wrong with making people like me? But what ends up happening over time, and you may not notice it, is you don't ask for help because you're afraid maybe you're imposing yourself on others. And so over time, when you need help or you're working on bigger projects, you might not ask for help. And also, um, you start to build up kind of this underlying resentment, and you don't really know where it comes from at first. And so you don't put it together until somebody kind of helps you to slow down and realize what this process is and what's happening. Do you relate to that, Francine? I saw you nodding over there.
Oh, yes. And let's go a step further. Instead of doing what makes you happy, you worry about what's going to make the other person happy. Even
Hmm.
if their expectations are completely out of control,
Hmm.
you want them to like you so much that you keep doing more and more and more. But it goes another way too. We talk about Sue a lot on this show because Sue is a true success story of what we do. And if you haven't heard, Sue is somebody who watched our live stream of children's authors talking about our books. And she bought some of our books. Then she joined our team because she wanted to be a children's author. And she got some negative feedback and she called me, "That's it, I'm done. I can't do this. I suck. I'm not going to be an author anymore." And I told her to come to one of our portal parties, which is something that we do, that Heidi and I do in our team, in our group, to help people overcome Sue's negative beliefs. The negative belief that she sucks and she can't be an author because somebody didn't agree with her and all she wanted to do was please that person. But sometimes you don't have to worry about what other people want, it's what you want. So when we talked about Sue's project and we gave her some ideas to make it better, then within 2 hours she finished her book. So where am I going with this is Sue wanted to please the illustrator and somebody else she was working with rather than figure out what was wrong with it. And to her pleasing them was I'll quit. I can't do this.
Yeah.
In 1 hour, though, we showed her simple things that she could do. And that goes with anything. I remember back when I first started on social media, I did not like what I looked like. I did not want to be on videos. I did not want to show my face. I did not want to use my personal page for business. What would they think? What will my family and friends think? Well, if you can't do it in front of your family and friends without them thinking bad things about you, then you need to find new family and friends. That's all I got to say. Because they should be your biggest supporters. So don't be afraid of what other people think. The only thing that matters is what you think. And then when you get your true feelings, we can always work at it to make it better. But first, you have to be comfortable in your own feelings and not worrying about what other people will think.
So let's talk about that self judgment for a second. Like, how can you tackle self judgment? So, what I've found is that there's two sides of the coin for judgment. There's judgment and there's discernment. Judgment is like, I'm going to try and find something wrong with this. And discernment is like, I don't exactly like it, but let me see if I could find 10% something good out of this. And it's also just kind of telling it how it is instead of adding all of this extra emotion and feeling onto it. So if you're looking at a piece of your own art, it could be your writing or, any kind of piece of art really. Whether it's good or bad is kind of subjective when it comes to art. So it becomes very hard, really, to put any kind of judgment on it. But lo and behold, they go out and do it anyway. And when you start comparing yourself to other people and what other people have accomplished and putting all of this stuff together, it can really load a lot of evidence against whether or not you should be doing this or not. So if you notice yourself doing this, it's time to just interrupt that and let your body know that, like, hey, everything's okay, because as long as you're staying tapped into what that passion is, as long as you continue to write, as long as you continue to sing, draw, dance, whatever that is that you're passionate about, that's what's going to make you shine through all of the millions and millions of people that might be in the same kind of genre of yours, and how you're going to stick out in that crowd. And what's crazy about this is, in that whole crowd of people, there, I guarantee you, are people that are going to love you so much. And when we talk about telling these stories, some of these stories that people tell can have so much impact on a life.
Yes. Yes.
So to stay tapped into the discernment part of it, if you feel yourself in self judgment, there's a couple things you can do. You can get up and walk away from that project for a little while. Go for a walk. Go play with your dog. Um,
Come to a portal party.
I was getting to that too, because sometimes you could just get stuck in your own head. Sometimes you need kind of some intuition and to look inward, but sometimes that's just not enough. You need some outside perspective. And wow, I think it's incredible how fast it works, Francine. Just
One with Sue, it was 1 hour,
right?
right? Just 1 hour saying, "Hey, this is good, but what if you do this to make it better?"
Hmm. And it's like, have you ever thought about, and you throw out your idea and you just see like the spark and like the,
Right?
no, I never thought about that before. Actually, that's brilliant.
Right? Right? And then now let's talk about fear of being seen. When
Yes.
when I first started being a children's author, I was scared what people would think because I'm not a parent. I'm not an educator, don't have children. How are people going to believe that I'm an authority in educating children?
Mhm.
And that took a lot to overcome. The what are they going to think of me?
Mhm.
Because I'm a highly educated woman. I have an MBA. I took doctoral studies, and I have a life experience that nobody else has had. And that is what qualifies me to teach children how to have more confidence, to teach children how to be more kind, because I teach adults the same stuff. And my children's books are just pieces of my adult personal development books.
Mhm.
And that's what gave me the idea that, okay, who cares what people think about me writing children's books? Because if I could teach this to adults, all I have to do is say the same stuff that a kid would understand and do it in a funny voice and act a little bit more crazy. Wait, show the thumbnail for this episode again, please, Heidi. It took me a lot of courage to go out dressed like Princess Francie. Friday, I was between events and I had to go to the bank. Did I change my clothes? No. I went in the bank tail and all because I don't care what people think anymore. I have a message to tell, and that tail gets the attention on my message.
It's pretty freeing to feel that way, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh, that's awesome, Francine. And while we were on the thumbnail, I was thinking about this. When I started performing, man, I was so worried about what I look like on stage. Like I was like, I don't know, am I doing it right? Like at first, I just realized that I had to just let the music take me to the places that it takes me and just almost forget like the people are even there for a minute. And when I'd watch back videos or I'd see photos of myself like that, I'm like, whoa, actually look kind of cool like that. Like I don't know how to dance, but that actually didn't look too bad. Um, and I just realized I was giving myself so much anxiety leading up to a lot of these performances because I was so worried about what people would think. And as far as being in the public eye, that is somewhat of a concern that you want to think about. But even if you have the people who are your haters, you have people commenting and their negative comments, you don't have to give any energy to those comments. And in my opinion, anything that has like a even balance, if you're getting a bunch of good comments, there's probably a lot of people that are going to disagree with it too. And that's okay. You don't have to have everyone like you, as a
There,
pleaser would make you think.
there are billions of people in the world,
It's true.
and this would be a boring world if we all agreed on everything.
Agreed.
Think about it. If everybody liked all the same stuff, how boring would life be? There
Hmm.
are things that you don't like that other people do. Does that mean they're wrong? That just means they're different. And oh, I wish I had a copy of the book here. I have everything all packed up for my event this weekend. Let Your Sparkle Shine. All the kids in the book have something about themselves that they keep hidden. Like Lola doesn't want to dance because she's afraid that people will make fun of her because she's chunky. Or Sarah is super smart and she's just so shy and quiet because she doesn't want people to make fun of her because she uses big words. Or Eugenia, she's the mermaid who gives the kids their lesson on letting their sparkle shine, who happens to be a friend of mine. And oh my gosh, I almost called you Jody. I,
Close. E.
another friend of mine, Heidi. Anyways, Eugenia went by Gina because she didn't like her name. And then she finally learned to love her name for what it meant, which is queen. And let's see, Sam just gets so excited and everyone tells him to calm down. No, Sam, let your sparkle, let your sparkle shine. Whatever it is about you. So see, now here I just told you about my children's book, but where it really came from is my adult personal development book, because all of the adults at the retreat in my adult book had some of these same fears and challenges that the kids do. Like Jessie hated her job because she ended up going into finance like her parents wanted her to when she just really wanted to be a teacher. Same principles. If you do what you love, who cares what other people think? The people who resonate with you, those are your people. Those are the
Yes.
people you should be speaking to.
And I also just kind of want to bring to everybody's attention really what I think your biggest skill and your biggest qualifier for, why are you qualified to speak to children is because you've taken some very like complicated concepts and you've explained it like I'm 5. And so even for that matter, it's like sometimes maybe like as adults, we just need to go to the child story version just to catch up. Because, I mean, I was 27 years old before I really realized that beliefs from my childhood were causing me to act in a certain way in my adulthood. And it was really, really holding back my success. And that's why I do what I do today, because I was talking to all of my friends and I'm like, do you know about this? And they're like, what crazy stuff have you gotten into now?
Right? Yeah, exactly. And that's what I, I've been trying to hold off and I just can't anymore. The Butterfly Who Changed Everything is up on Amazon now. But the official book launch is the 30th. I would love if everybody would at least for 99 cents buy the Kindle on the 30th and write a review and help me become a best-selling author, and then read it, because in The Butterfly Who Changed Everything, the butterfly is you. Be the butterfly. And all that means is you are, when you were the moth or the caterpillar, and you decided that it was time to become a butterfly, and you got in that cocoon, and then you were in that cocoon and you did your changing, you discovered things about yourself, you found these beliefs that Heidi's talking about your childhood, you went through the pain of killing those negative beliefs and overcoming them. And then you break out of that cocoon and you become the butterfly. And the 6-step process of personal change, which is my signature process that I use in all of my courses and in all of my programs, the 6-step process is illustrated in this book. I take you step by step through this process. And at step 6, you write your new story as the butterfly. But
Oh.
step 1 is saying, I think I need to change. What do I need to change about myself? I'm that caterpillar and I'm starting that march toward the cocoon. And then the step two, you're starting to build that cocoon. And it's all laid out in the book to help you discover what's making you uncomfortable, those negative childhood beliefs you have, and figuring out how to change them so you could be the butterfly.
Yeah, I love that analogy. Anyway, butterflies are just out. My um, boyfriend's mom does the monarchs with the caterpillars
Mhm,
in
mhm.
the caterpillar house, and they all come out, and it's so cool to watch them like dry off their wings and then like take off. I mean, even the part of taking off becomes a process. And I'm really looking forward to your book coming out, Francine.
This Saturday, please. If you don't get the paperback copy, please just get the 99-cent Kindle for me.
I mean, that's totally doable. Oh, and I'm gonna have to get one of those little ducks behind you.
I mean,
What's his
the
name again?
Sparkle Feathers.
Yes, the
Sparkle
sparkle
Feathers.
feathers.
Sparkle Feathers does make an appearance in The Butterfly. He is the camp counselor teaching Princess Francie how to be a facilitator at the retreat.
I bet he's really good at headbanging. Yeah, look at that hair move. I love it. So we talked a little bit about portal parties, and I feel like we should mention it one more time before the
We
end of
should.
the episode so that you can join us for one. It's real easy to get in on a portal party. You just have to reach out to us, give us a couple dates that would work for you, and we'll get it on the calendar. And you could just put in the comments, you can put party, and Francine will reach out to you and get you all set up for that. And then the other thing that we do, so scrolling at the bottom is our website. And so scroll about halfway down the page and you can sign up to get access to our calendar because these portal parties, somebody might reach out right after the episode and say, hey, tomorrow at noon. And Francine be like, yeah, tomorrow at noon works, and get that on the calendar. So you can get notifications when new things get added onto the calendar, and then you can add it to your calendar so you get reminders when it's coming up. And
Well, wait,
we're
let's break it down for anyone who's new here what a portal party is.
okay, very good.
It's not a porta potty. With the little exception that your idea belongs in a porta party because it just stinks. It's no good. And you come in and we brainstorm how to make it better. Like when Sue came to called me and said, I quit. And I said, come to the portal party. And she saw that doorway open up where she took what she thought stunk, found the good in it, made it better, and she stepped out the other side to clarity with
Mm-hmm.
fresh ideas and a fresh approach and was able to complete her project. This isn't just for authors, it works for songwriters, it works for ad copy. Are you stuck on maybe making a reel and you need some fresh eyes on what you're doing? Maybe come up with a new hook to catch somebody's attention. Well, you come to the portal party, you invite your friends, we invite our friends. We mix ideas with different people, different friends from different walks of life, and we come up with new ideas for each other.
Oh my gosh, we're little pollinators like butterflies.
Yes,
Sorry.
I love it. Yes, be the butterfly, be the butterfly. I'm getting coffee cups made that say "Be the butterfly,"
Ooh, you just gave me some other ideas. See, this is like what happens in the portal party.
right?
I was almost gonna go down like a portal party rabbit hole. We only have 4 minutes left, so had to control myself.
So now let's tell everybody else one other thing that they could join that will help them in addition to these portal parties. And the portal parties are free. We
Free.
do we do this because we like meeting new people. We like having other people give us feedback and we love seeing what other people are doing because it gives us new ideas too.
And you know what else I love about it is it helps me connect people together that have similar ideas. The more the more creative ideas I hear about, the more connections that I'm able to make. And I love doing that, Francie.
Yeah. And we have made so many connections in our community. And what our community is, we are bringing together, we are curating a group of authors who are going to write one chapter, 12 to 1500 words, in a book called Believe You Can. People who believed they could and did.
Mhm.
Now, if you're just tuning in, watch the replay of this video because at the beginning of the video, I talked about my fear of becoming a children's author because I don't have kids, I'm not an educator, and I had no experience with children. My chapter is I overcame those negative beliefs and I believed that I could become a children's author, and I did. And we have so many people who have joined this community who have some amazing stories to tell, and we know you do too. And in this community, well, of course, you get the portal parties because everybody, I feel like Oprah. You get a portal party, and you get a portal party, and you get a portal party. But in addition to the portal parties, you also get content that'll help you gain visibility in whatever projects you are working on.
Yes.
So Heidi, as a singer, writing her chapter about being a singer is going to get visibility about her music. Sue, who we've talked about a lot today, who could, wanted to quit, who is now a children's author, her chapter is about when she found out that the child she was carrying was not only had Down syndrome, but he was a boy. She was more worried about raising a boy than she was worried about raising a baby with Down syndrome. I can't wait to see that chapter. And Sue is going to be promoting her children's books that her Down syndrome, nonverbal Down syndrome son helped write. She came up with a way for him to share his ideas in the book. So I can't wait. And they're starting another tie dye sock business. I can't wait to see how that unfolds. Oh, and while I'm telling you this, Sue's going to be my guest next week while Heidi's out on vacation. So next week, tune in right here, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, or Susan Denver, it's 2:30 her time,
Yeah, it's good Sue knows what time she needs to be here. That's
right?
important. All right, y'all. I hope you're going to join us soon for a portal party. And I love that you're here with us every Tuesday at 4:30 because I feel like we're talking about a lot of things that kind of like shh, don't talk about that. That's like and that's why I love our time here every Tuesday because bringing this stuff out in the open makes it a whole lot easier to get this stuff done. All this creative stuff, so many different things to talk about.
And all the stuff we talk about is stuff we went through, overcame, and now we're telling you it's doable. We've done it and we can help you.
And there's no reason for you to do it alone either.
Oh, I wish I
Come join
learned
a team.
I wish I learned that 50 years ago.
Tell me about it.
Oh, come on, you're not even 50 years old yet.
I know, but it still would have been good to know, like, just coming right out of the womb, I feel like, right?
Well, and that's why I write my children's books.
And on that note, that's a fantastic ending. So, if you can conceive it, you can believe it, and you can achieve it.
From the head to the heart to the hands.
Yes,
Yes, you
you can.
can. Yeah.